All right, everyone, how about 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me? Huh? How about that? Well, we're coming. I'm pulling on the energy again. It doesn't matter what your sign is here. This is straight up energy reading. I'm pulling on the energy again because it's Libra season, right? Should be a swords sort of feel to the air. There should be air. Should be thought. Should be Four of Swords energy that's coming off of this card, which is shutting down the brain and allowing things to process, right? A rest, a healing energy, right? Okay. The problem is, I can tell you, and I noticed it first thing, well, I started to notice it last night, but I definitely noticed it first thing this morning. There's a lot of fire energy floating around the ether right now, okay? And it doesn't make sense in a way. I don't expect that this time of year, but then we should expect the unexpected here in October. It's pretty crazy energy. And I think this is a nice lead-up reading because I'm about to pull in the next day or so on Saturn Direct, which is a big deal. I wrote a blog article just on that. Well, so let's go. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but it's pretty important. So if you're here, you're supposed to be here. And it's timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it because you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. So here's this swords. This is what I should be getting. I should get in my pre-shuffle the surface energy when I pull on the energy of right now a whole bunch of swords. Swords as far as the eye can see. I get 4 swords crossed by the 7 of swords. The energy is deceptive. I am correct in my assessment of the fire energy that's in the air right now. We're going to try to figure out why that is. But the pre-shuffle is just surface energy. It will tell us some things, right? 7 swords crossing 4 swords. It's deception, right? It's deceptive. It's not what it should be. There's the King of Cups. The problem is there's so much fire in the energy that it's sort of evaporating the water away. And then we get a tower. Technically, this is a tower bookending the 4 of Swords. It's weird energy. It's very strange because it shouldn't have so much fire in it. And I get 10 swords here, right? Underneath, when I go a little further beyond the tower, I get 10 swords. It's because this tower is just somebody here, maybe you, maybe a person, very consumed with starting over, with tearing things down. That's how I initially read that, and then I saw underneath it was the 3 of Wands, some fire, and that backed it up. That's really what it is. There's big. If I were to call this a fly on the wall reading on your person's side, this is somebody here who just, it's like that moment where you get fed up, kind of a thing, and you get a fire in your belly, if you will. There's a lot of fire floating around right now. Let's see where we go. Let's see why. Let's see what the universe will tell us about it. I have an idea why with Mars getting ready to go retrograde, but that's not necessarily the only thing that's causing it. What's causing it is that tower. Okay, so I'm going to pull on that tower right now, specifically, with 3 cards and a bottom card. All right, let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. It doesn't feel like a typical October, right? It doesn't feel, I don't walk down my street and feel like it's Halloween. I don't even see a whole lot of people with pumpkins out and shit, and they should be there by now. I don't see a whole lot of that. It feels to me more, it feels more like Aries season to me, to be honest with you. You know, I think somebody said that the other day too in a tweet. They said something along the lines of it feels like Easter or something like that, right? Something along those lines. And yeah, Easter usually falls somewhere around Aries season, for sure, you know, most years. Let's see where we go here. Let's take a look. Let's go. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card on that tower. Why does October feel like fucking Aries season? And it really does. There's a lot of fire energy floating around. A lot of fire in the belly here. Let's see. Well, my bottom card, interesting. 6 of Pentacles. That's the card that's going to be crossing the center card here. We'll see what that's about. What's fueling that? An Ace of Pentacles. Yes, something. It's again. I'm pulling on that tower. Somebody here this is kind of a fed up energy. You know, somebody wants something better. Somebody wants to expand themselves. There's a lot of green on this card. He's wearing a green robe. A lot of heart chakra going on right now. You know, and I've got underneath fueling that, I've got an Ace of Pentacles, which is a solid new beginning, which is what the Tower can bring about. So let's see. Fire. There's the Page of Wands. What's the Six of Pentacles crossing? Fire. There's the Ace of Wands. And what's red with the page with the Page of Wands here? Six of Cups. Water. Yeah. Water's trying to happen here. Okay? There's something from the past. Something has been missing. Someone is realizing, again, I'm pulling on the Tower from the pre-shuffle. Someone, could be you, could be a person, could be both. Someone is realizing that something's been missing in their life, okay? And it's causing a real ripple. It really is. It's causing a lot of fire energy to be there. My base energy is fire. It is the Ace of Wands. And there's a lot of passion behind that. There's a lot of fire in the belly behind that. Somebody wants something new. But this Six of Cups is interesting because it's talking about something that's been missing and somebody really wanting it. Now, it can be somebody coming back from the past to come talk to you. That energy is there in another layer of energy. But really, I'm just pulling on that Tower. I'm kind of, in effect, doing a fly on the wall on your person's side. And it's not real good. It gives the ultimate, if I were to add all this together, it's a bit of loneliness. And that's what can happen when you don't have the cups. You know, there's just a forest fire burning here in the base energy. And it's strong. Let's pull on this Six of Cups. Let's pull on this. Because this is sort of the linchpin here. I may pull on that pagey in a moment. But what's going on with the Six of Cups here? Tell me about the Six of Cups. Why is it here? I just thought I would share with you an interesting element of the energy right now. And that might be why I can't be alone. I know there's at least one other person because they tweeted that it felt like Easter. You know, and I can dig that. I can dig it. You might even see it in the weather. It's strange. You know, like here right now, the weather, usually this time of year, it's much drier, right? It's about the same temperature now as it would be around Easter. It feels more like spring morning than it does a fall morning. Is kind of where I'm going with that. That may or may not be the case with you, but for a lot of you, that's probably the case, and you're wondering what's going on. It's because there's a huge ripple in the energy here. Just an element that's not supposed to be all that dominant right now is very dominant. What's going on with the Six of Cups? Tell me about the Six of Cups. Wow. Page of Cups. Yeah, somebody here just... the lack of love, the lack of real emotion, the being bottled up, and all of that is taking its toll. I'm surprised we haven't seen the devil because it feels very devilly. Yeah, there's the Knight of Cups. See? And they need to move forward. They need this. Somebody is realizing they need this. That's what the Tower is about. It's backing up all my recent readings, including yesterday's super random, in a big way. Somebody here wants to give love, wants love. They want to be loved. Okay? That's it. End of story. It implies that what they've got, if they're in a relationship, isn't love. And somebody here is really, this is bugging them. That fire, I describe it as a fire in the belly. A fire in the belly makes you get up and do something. It gives you gumption, right? And we have that lack of fear that's in the energy. What's red with the Page of Cups? Because that'll be this center card here. The Page of Pentacles. Pages. Starting over. Tearing things down. This is... somebody wants to take a daydream and bring it into reality. This is my little Spire card. It's my little daydreamer card. It is communication. I get that, but that's not in this context here. This is red with the Page of Cups. Somebody just been thinking about it and thinking about it. What is with the Knight of Cups? Yeah, the Five of Wands. There's going to be a fight about this. There's going to be either an internal struggle or an external argument about this, about the fact that there's no love. It could be because there's no fear in the energy, somebody sitting down with a spouse and going, look, I just don't love you. You know, I said it the other day about relationships in a reading. I don't remember if it was the extended for the super random or whatever, but I said, you know, it doesn't matter how practical a relationship is, if it's just practical for those two to be together, right? if you're not getting the love, if your schmeckle's not happy, if you will, you look elsewhere. It's not fulfilling. Something's not fulfilling this person, and it's all crashing down in a tower right now. I need to take a look at the fire in the belly. I need to look at the Ace of Wands here in lieu of what's come up here. Let's take a look. Now let's look at the fire side of things, which is dominant. 2 out of the 3 cards are fire, right? And it's all because of the water. There's no water. You know, something's been missing. And it's really causing somebody to be sad, to be lonely. There's a loneliness and a sadness here that's resulting in someone snapping. This is the 5 of Wands. This is fire. Look, it's a fire-breathing dragon. Somebody here is snapping. They got a fire in their belly. This card is why I'm clarifying this card. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. Why is it here? Why is the Ace of Wands here? What is this about? Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, you don't get more fire than this. And you don't get more forward movement than this. You really don't. You really don't. It is the Ace of Wands crossed by the Sun. I mean, it is massive. Massive. About 8. I mean, there's even sunflowers on the card. And again, there's a white horse, which is usually depicted on the Knight of Cups. Somebody here has a fire in their belly to be happy. It's all about being happy. And that's what happens when you don't have love, when you're locked up, when someone's hurt you and you shut down and you still stay with them. Or the way you've been living your life is hurting you. But so you shut down and you try to ignore it and carpet sweep it and you stay with it. This is what happens. It builds and it builds and eventually the sadness takes over. And what we've got right now is so much gumption to make change on someone's side here, that it's causing a tower. It's causing an incredible amount of energy to come out, including a major arcana card, the Sun, a very powerful one, crossing this base energy of the Ace of Wands. Someone wants a new beginning. They want love. They want passion. I'm trying to not make it sound like a Lifetime movie, but it really is. If you could picture a movie on Lifetime Network with some girl crying to her girlfriends or whatever, you know, I just don't love them anymore and I want love, and the love came by and I passed it up because I'm a fucking asshole, and you know, it's like that. It's a total breakdown. That tower was a very powerful part of that pre-shuffle, and that was just in the surface energy. When the tower is just in the surface energy, that is some shit. I want to tell you what's on top here. Look, I didn't know that was there. I didn't look. You can see me holding the cards here. I don't know what's there. 3 swords. What did I just say? I just acted out brilliantly, I might add. Academy Award winning, Emmy at least. Daytime Emmy, the lesser Emmy. I mean, I could get any one of those, right? For what I acted out for you. I don't have love anymore. I acted out a Lifetime TV show for you. It's right there. It just came out. There's somebody wants to fix this. It keeps coming up. And it's a repeating message from the universe. This 3 of Swords that they have to fix. It came up in a Cancer reading. It came up in yesterday's super random all signs reading. It's here. And what's happening right now as we get closer and closer to Saturn going direct, people are getting braver and braver. More and more and more of the fear is disappearing. More of it. I mean, it's just, there's a snapping point that's coming here. It's all because of something that's missing. Something that they feel from the past. Now, it could be a love they had before. This could play out as, this could be your soul connections, past life energy, or the feelings they felt for you and they've just been carpet sweeping them. But this can be even on a different level. This can be a love that they had before, but they had to get rid of that person because that person wasn't right for what their family tells them they have to marry, or what the expectations were put upon them, so they married someone else that was more practical. You don't marry for practical. You don't get in relationships for practical. It doesn't work. No matter how much a relationship makes sense, no matter how much money there is or how much security there is, right? If the dick chakra or the push chakra is not happy, or the heart chakra for that matter, it's not going to, it can't stick. Somebody wants to look elsewhere. Somebody gets sad and depressed. This is the kind of energy that results in cheating in relationships. Somebody taking a lover on the side, right? Go all Mae West on you there. It is. This is the energy people get in where they do that, or where they call someone up and try to hook something else up so they can leave. Or if it's just about their life, if you're a person single, it's someone who's very sad that they are, and very sad that they passed by an opportunity to get unsingle, to have this love. We all know what love feels like. Even if we've never had it, we know. Because we've all lived, even if you're a young soul, you've had at least one or two, typically, past lives. You've felt it before. You've been married or something along, or had a family or something along those lines before. That energy remains in the soul. It doesn't go away. So that's why if you let your soul energy flow, you're much wiser. Because even if you haven't been through it, even if you're very young in this life, you've actually been through it. And that the energy of that can help you. Even if you don't understand how to read it, it can help you. But what this person did was they shut their heart down. They got almost all, I can't say all, but almost all of the runners in this cycle were shut down. For some reason, a past hurt they didn't learn from. Instead of learning from it and growing from it, they carpet swept it. Swept it under the carpet, didn't want to look at it, la. And that's why you had soul recognition with this person, was to wake them up, because their energy was out of balance. Right? You needed it too, to get some self-worth, to show you, hey, this person's shut down, stop trying. You know, you're just hurting yourself. The more love you give when you're not getting it back, hurts you. Right? Imagine driving down the road in a car. Right? You're driving, you're cruising around, but you got a big hole in your gas tank. Or worse, the return line is just unplugged from the tank. So the gas goes in and the car runs fine, but when it tries to flow back to the tank in the overflow, it just shoots out onto the road. You watch your gas gauge go down like that as you're driving. You're wasting energy, right? It's sad because you end up on the side of the road with a car that won't run. You broke down. Well, that's the same thing in human terms that happens when you give love, keep giving love to somebody who's shut down, who's not able to receive or give back to you. You're just wasting energy, and that depletes you. And it makes you feel bad about yourself. It makes you feel terrible. The DF's lesson here was not to do that, to show you, here's an example, here's why. And the DFs went out and sought help and learned that lesson maybe from other sources like me or whoever. But that's what it's all about. And then this person here is the opposite of that. They had all this love inside and they never gave it. It's now a massive 3 of Swords. It's leading to some fire in the belly. Somebody wants to be happy. What's red with the Sun? It's the center card. The 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. Pentacles weren't making them happy. They were distracting themselves with work, with whatever. Well, if I could just get more money, then I'll be fine. You know, career's down right now. You know, and it's really kind of funny. That, well, not funny, but maybe coincidental, maybe ironic in its own way, that the majority of this connection cycle that we're in now, this soulmate cycle, happened during COVID, with all of the separation and all of the isolation and social distancing and lockdowns and things like that. There is a lot of people that were in this, whether they were in the soulmate cycle or not, trying to recover from all the money they didn't make while they were doing that, and they think they're going to be happy without it. What ended up happening was a lot of people were in bad relationships and they were stuck in the house with the person. They couldn't distract themselves anymore. It resulted in a huge number of divorces, is what I'm trying to say. Because the Pentacles don't make you happy. If the Pentacles are the only thing holding you together, you're screwed. You know, you really are. Because Pentacles can be taken away, as COVID proved to a lot of people. You know, once the Pentacles stop, then what do you got? You know, if you don't have the love to sustain it, it's the love that's the power here. This person here gave to the wrong things. Yeah, it's the usual. They tried to distract themselves from how unhappy they were, but they can't in this energy. There's so much fire in this energy for something new. This is my little explorer page. They want something new. They just want to be happy with the Sun crossing here. What's red with the 3 of Swords? I can only imagine. 3 Cups. Yeah, they don't have the love. The 3 Cups is red with the 3 Swords. It's this, somebody here is just opening up, right? Opening up, and I'll use my redneck analogy again because it really is true with the Sun here and all this fire energy. Somebody is opening up like the last Schlitz can at a redneck barbecue. I mean, it's not even pop the tab, it's rip the can open and drink from the jagged edges, because somebody here is just, they're done with this Three Swords. They've got to solve this. And they know that there'll be kind of a celebration energy here. They'll be happy once they fix this. All right, so somebody is moving forward here. There's a tower in the pre-shuffle, and all I'm doing is talking about that tower, expanding, going deeper in that energy. Let's just for fun, let's pull on Pagey and we'll go. All right, I'm all done lecturing to you, but I'm not really lecturing. I'm explaining how energy works. I want you to understand. I want the DFs to never, if somebody runs from you, do not keep giving, right? You know, it's just a cascading effect, right? It goes down, down, down. You're never going to recover that energy. And by the end of it all, you end up sad, depressed for no reason. Sad and depressed because somebody else was shut down and wouldn't give to you? Well, that just reads as desperation energy, and that's out of balance. That's not good. If somebody's not interested in me, I'm not interested in them. Bye-bye. If you can't give and receive love, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to keep running after you. Again, like I always tell you, you don't want to have to sell a relationship to the other person. If they want it, they want it. If they don't, fine. It's not a sales job. It's a fucking relationship. All right, here we go. This person here was shut down. They're not now. I can tell you that. They're in a lot of pain. There's a lot of loneliness here. That's main energy that's here. And that's what's causing the fire. Loneliness feeds fire. It does. Because if you think about it, just think about fire signs, right? They're the life of the party. They're the loud, like Leo, very flamboyant, very life of the party kind of a thing. You know, always the one to initiate and start things and get things rolling, get the party started. It's not a party till Leo gets here, that kind of thing. And if they're at all sad and depressed, that fire eventually takes over. And they start a fire. They start a party. Why is the Page of Wands here? And that's exactly what this card is. It's about starting a party. Getting things rolling towards this, towards these feelings. Solving that Three Swords. Why is the Page of Wands here? I'm still shuffling. What the hell? A lot of shuffling this morning, universe. Fucking hell. Fuck. Okay, Five of Swords crossing it. I almost read that as reversed energy. But again, it's there have been a lot of false starts here is what the universe is saying. There's been a lot of false starts with this person. That's why it gave a page. It's a warning, you know. I'm not trying to get anybody's hopes up. I'm here. I'm the energy weatherman. That's it. I'm here to read the energy for you. And I'm telling you there should be air in the energy. A lot of it this time of year, but it's not. It feels more like springtime. It feels more like, like Easter rather than Halloween. It does in a big way. There's been a lot of false starts here, so don't get your hopes up. This person could back out. This is a page. But this is what's happening. If they don't, again, like I've said about that Three of Swords, it's going to linger, and it's only going to get stronger as it comes around. So everything is cycles. Everything is energy, and everything is cycles. Everything cycles around. We have energetic storms that come around all the time. We've got one now that's over us, right? I've been talking about. It's an energetic storm that comes around once every 80 or 90 years. The last time it was here was World War II. You can see the similarities. It's very easy to spot. Before that, it was the Civil War, blah, 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 blah. It's just, everything is on a predictable cycle. It always is. There's always energetic weather. You can spot it. So this person will come around again, even if they don't come towards you. What's on top? The Queen of Swords. They can't, because they can't unknow this. They can't unknow or unfeel or unknow about this Three of Swords, unknow about this feeling. The things that are coming up for this person, whoever this energy is right now, they're not going to forget. They're not going to be able to carpet sweep it. They're not going to be able to unknow it, okay, or unfeel it. All right, what's the center card? Red with the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, yeah. Again, the eight, look what came out. These two are read together, Five Swords and Eight Swords. And I told you there's been a lot of false starts here. This person gets rolling and then they get in their head and they stop. I see this a lot with Leo's person. It's funny that we had the sun here crossing, right? We had that Leo energy, right? But It is. The Leo angle of this cycle in particular is someone who does this all the time. They want out. They want love. They're very lonely. They're very sad on their side, deep down, underneath. And then I see the Eight of Swords, and again, they get short-sighted with it. You know, it happens all the time. And the universe is just telling us, this is why I gave you a page here. Okay? It's why this is a page. And it is what it is. What's red with the Queen of Swords? The Seven of Pentacles. Again, it can't be unlearned. It can't be, it's not something they're going to forget. It's something they're thinking about a lot right now. All of this. This is red with the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. This person knows everything I've said. Everything I've said in this reading, they are well aware of. Whether they do anything about it or not, under this current energy, I think most of them will. But whether they do or not, it's because, if they don't, it's because they got an Eight Swords. And they are prone to doing this. And just like energy has everything is energy, and energy is measured in cycles. Everything is a cycle. Whether it's the seasons or a person's behavior. If you're with someone long enough in a relationship, you can, if you're observant, if you're someone who's paying attention, you could spot their patterns. You know, oh, every 2 years this happens. We have this fight every year and a half, or we have this fight every whatever. You'll spot the patterns over time. That's why people are so predictable. That's why psychologists laugh all the time. They're like, this is so easy. It's just like we can see what's going on. It's because everything is just cycles. That's it. I can tell you the energy that's around us right now, all of this similar to World War II kind of crap, is going to be back again in 80 or 90 years. We won't be here to see it, to prove me right, but it's already been proven from the past going backwards. So it'll come around again. All right, it is what it is. That is your reading. Okay, so this is what's going on right now. Somebody very lonely, somebody in Three Swords they have to do something about, but there's a lot of fire in the energy. At the very least, whether they get in Eight Swords or not, there's going to be some spats on their side, either with themselves or with somebody else. It just keeps coming up, and it's all because they want the cups. They want it. And as that fire rages, we control fire with water. You know, we don't just let a forest fire burn. Right now, it's a contained fire. But as it rages and gets stronger and stronger, it's going to be harder for this person not to do something about this. They really are. There's a lot of loneliness here in this energy, and I can understand it. If your relationship is all pentacle, yeah, and no cup, it's very lonely. That's why this type of energy, like I said, is conducive, generally speaking, to cheating. This is the energy you get in where you meet someone and you start banging them, even if you're with someone else, because you're just not happy. And a lot of people just don't do anything about it, but this person has something they can go to. They have a soul connection. They can reach out to you. They can try again. They just need enough bravery to do it. And that opportunity is coming, with Saturn going direct and all the other, and the eclipse season and everything else that's happening between now and the middle of November. It's a very strong possibility here. But don't get deluded, right? This person is prone to short-term thinking and prone to getting in their head. They don't have the benefit of listening to me saying, don't do that. Make a decision. If it's a good decision in the moment, go. Don't ask yourself while you're on the way, is this a good idea? Is this a good idea? I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know. I think I'm making a mistake. You'll never get there, and that's what this person tends to do. And the universe is warning they might do it here, but they can't unknow all of this. So it'll just come around again, and we'll get right back into this, and we'll be right back where they were. All right. The only way they fix anything here, this energy fixes anything, is to follow this want to be happy with the sun crossing this Ace of Wands, this passionate new beginning. They have to. They got to get a fire in their belly about it, and they got to just go forward. End of story. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Stay tuned, because Saturn Direct is coming in the next day or so. Good luck.